Am I really that much? And breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really know you are.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, hi, I'm Shakia Simmons. If you're not new, what's up, gang? I appreciate you guys for coming back, y'all. And I just want to say, you guys, I don't even want to like apologize at this point. Like, I hate when I be filming and then I be on my A game and then I just be falling off. Like, I be recording and then I fall off. So shout out to somebody that I just did a little poll, and I've been due for like a life update. I feel like I haven't did a life update since I think I moved into my crib, I think. Cause the last life update was like, my last life update was a year ago, 2 years ago. Wow, I haven't updated you guys in 2 years. Oh my God, I don't even know where to start. So as y'all know, like I did move into my apartment as of like, oh, don't worry, you guys. I am going to, after my life update, I am going to be answering you guys' questions, like shelter questions at the end after like my life update, and then you know the shelter questions is gonna come about. So yeah, life has been going good for me, you know, during like the winter time. You know, sorry if y'all hear extra noise. I got my window open just to bring some fresh air in the house. But I did move into my apartment 2 years ago. It's supposed to be almost 3 years now. So insane. So if you guys haven't seen my empty apartment tour, I put the thumbnail here on the screen. Video, shout out to y'all, because that video is at 30,000 views. Oh my gosh, like, like that's like my first little viral. No, that's not my first viral. That's actually like my third viral. Anyway, that's like my third viral video that's going on my channel. Uploaded that video. I had people from Housing Connect that wanted to like take photos of me in my apartment, and I never answered back to them, and I feel bad. It's because like my apartment was not looking like how I wanted to. It's still not looking how I wanted to, but I'm blessed and thankful for just being, you know, in my own space, because this is something I always dreamed of. Just, you know, because where I was living at, like when I was staying with my dad and the trials and errors that we was going through, it was like a lot, like, you know. So I'm kind of glad that things played out like how it was. But last year I did get my promotion from my job. So if lady I don't know, I do work at Shake Shack now. I did get promoted to trainer. Yeah, I just got a promotion for lady I don't know. I did post that on TikTok. But yeah, I did get promoted to trainer at my job, because at my job there's like different positions. There's team member, there's trainer, and then cross trainer, and then you can obviously move up to management and stuff like that. So yeah, your girl did get promoted to trainer. Let me see like other questions like you guys been leaving on my videos, and shout out to you guys that just been commenting on my videos, you know, things like that. And shout out to somebody, I'm not gonna really say who, but I've been contemplating on doing this life update, and shout out to them because they just like, girl, just give us an update. Just give us an update. What's been going on with you? Like, yeah, just shout out to you, friend, because that just motivated me to just like, you know what? You're right. Let's just get up and do it. Just film the video, because I be watching people like film like videos and stuff, and I haven't posted a video in months. And this is my first video of 2025, and it's ridiculous at this point. Like, ugh. But yeah, you guys, I do have a video that's coming soon of me re-ramping the crib. So I did do changes to my bedroom and my living room. I still need to add a few little things to make this crib a little, you know, festive and homey and stuff. You guys stay tuned for that vlog, because that vlog is probably gonna go up after this one. So shout out to you guys that just been staying with me and rocking with me and stuff like that. You know, life has been life in per use, you know, just adulting, paying bills, just, you know, in my 20s, just paying bills, working and stuff like that. It's just, I've been working a lot, and I've just been forgetting about you guys, and just been forgetting about myself. And I just need to be back with myself and just, you know what I'm saying, like do the things that I used to enjoy. Because a lot, like I have been like lazy a lot. Like I would say like it's like a seasonal depression, I feel like, because like the winter time, that's what it does to you. Like just want to linger around, not want to do anything, like, you know what I'm saying. So that's what I kind of was with it. And also like not knowing like what to post like content wise. Like, you know, I'm thinking about doing a video of just like a Shake Shack experience, like, because I did get somebody that actually DM'd me on TikTok, like they got an interview at Shake Shack, and they asked me about like questions of like questions of what they asked me in the interview. It was so long ago, I don't even remember the questions I got asked. I was just grateful and thankful that I even got a job, because my life isn't like all bad, you know. It's just gotten better for me. It's just, you know, I'm in my 20s, you know, we're just adulting and just, you know, living life, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'll be going through a little here and there with coworkers, and but yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that though. I'm just very much at the age now of just like, I don't want a whole people, like, I'm very big on energy. So it's just like, I don't like having a whole lot of energy around me, because yeah, that's how come drama happens. And when I tell you I was drama, but like there was a lot of drama around me that I had to just like take evaluation and just like stop and just like evaluate who I was around and just eliminate, because it's just like, yeah, like I don't need unnecessary drama, like, you know. And then the dating world also, like, it's just at this point in time now, I'm at the time where I just need to just be by myself and just, you know, it's okay to be alone in your 20s, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's been going good, you know. I do want to answer a few questions that a few people been leaving under my videos, like, you know, shelter related questions, you know, that I want to address, but it's just like, it's so much to type, you know what I'm saying? Versus like verbally saying it. So I do want to answer to this most recent question that somebody left under my video literally yesterday. They said that they was about to go to an intake shelter with all their stuff, but they're scared because the Franklin shelter, for a lot of y'all don't know, I did go to Franklin, and then I do have like a whole bunch of videos on like my experience and where I went and what to pack and what to expect in the shelter. I'll actually put that in the iCards as well. I probably should do like a playlist of like the shelter videos just so people know where to go. Franklin is like a bad, and I don't want to say like it's a bad shelter, like, you know, because I wasn't in there much to really like, you know. I do want to say, like, when you go in there, stand on business, because like, as y'all know, I don't know if y'all know, if y'all New York City based or whatever, y'all know like with the immigrants and stuff like that, like them moving people in and stuff like that. And it's just like, you just gotta stand on business when you in there, because certain things that going on in there is just, no, like, it's ridiculous at this point. It's just like, no, Bookie, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Do what I gotta do to get up out of there, to, you know, to get my place. Franklin is, I heard stories, but I wasn't there for too long to even, you know, to like really like witness all of that, like, you know what I'm saying? They said how much of a close eye I will have to keep on my stuff. They'll provide you a locker, so when, you know, whenever you're not there, when you're there, you can just lock your stuff up, and it gives you a combination code that I don't recommend you to give to anybody, because why would you, it's your personal belongings. But yeah, they give you a locker and a lock, so you can be able to lock your things in. Then they said, do I have to sleep with them and take everything everywhere where I go? I would suggest that, you know what I'm saying, not to trust any and everybody in the shelter, because you just never know. You feel me? And plus, you in the shelter, you're in the shelter with a whole bunch of females. So yeah, whenever like you go to sleep or whatever, whenever you're not there, put everything in your locker, because do not trust everybody. Like, when I went to Franklin, I did bring a lot of stuff, but I did not bring a whole lot of stuff with me, because majority of everything was in the storage in the Bronx. So that's where majority of everything, like far as like electronics, hygiene, just anything, just put in your locker, literally, because you just never know. But with me, I did pack, like, I had a duffel bag and 2 suitcases. That was a lot for me to like, yeah. So yeah, I would suggest like electronic wise, keep everything with you, and then whenever you're not in the room, wherever you're going to work, whatever it is, lock everything up, please, and make sure it's locked up. She says most of the shelters has low ratings, but the one you mentioned in Jamaica, Queens, sounds really nice. I'm not working due to mental health. Yeah, because the ones that I was in, I was actually, for a lot of y'all that don't know, I was in employment shelter that was in Jamaica, Queens. They do provide, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm getting a little sick. I've been sick, like, I've been sick a lot lately. I think I was sick. That was another update thing that I need to mention too. I was sick too also. Like, I had strep throat, which I never even know, because I never even had strep throat before. So I was just like, what the hell? And I just recently got sick back again. But anyway, But yeah, I was in an employment shelter where like a lot of females, like, they say you're supposed to be working, but if you go into like an intake shelter and you state to them that you want to work, I'm pretty sure they might place you there. Because I had a couple of females like reach out to me and said that they got placed there at the shelter that I was at. I would say, like, you know, if you just do what you have to do and stay on top of them, you know, you would get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because I already knew it was my time to go, because I had got into one of the security guards there, because he had me effed up. And it was literally, I think, like a week before or a few days before I was about to move out. It was just like he was giving very much, didn't want to do his job. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we got to go through metal detectors, because just in case, like, you know, can't have no weapons in there. You can't have no, you can't even, it's so serious where you can't even have nail clippers in there. Like, and I'm gonna be answering a few questions of, like, I had posted this video literally 2 months ago of like a 2-year update after leaving the shelter, just like how I've been doing, you know, after leaving the shelter. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything's good around here. I'm just, you know, working, and, you know, and my allergies is really bad, you guys. So sorry if my nose is red and I keep sniffling. It's because my allergies is allergy season. But yeah, I was supposed to do this video 2 months ago. It's a 2-year update of just like after leaving the shelter and things like that, because I haven't given y'all updates. So her first question was, I go into depth about the housing voucher. Like, is that for coverage, or how does it work? All the information. Okay, so I addressed this in my, I don't know if she's seen this video, seen my other video. I was supposed to do like a housing voucher video, but I end up not doing it. So I'm just gonna basically explain here. Like, okay, so the housing voucher, there is 2 vouchers. There is a City Fest voucher and a soda voucher. So the soda voucher, they pay your rent for 1 year. 1 year. And after that year, you are basically going to be paying your own rent. Which I do not recommend. Do not get the soda program, okay? A lot of people, when they go into the shelter, they get the City Fest voucher, because the City Fest voucher is good for 5 years. And then they pay 70% of your rent. So that's why I also stated a lot, like, you need to be having some type of income. Not to say that you're working, you necessarily have to be working, but you have to have some type of income. That could be child support or SSI, you know what I'm saying? Any type of child support. If you're not working, or if you're getting income from HRA or welfare, however you call it, if you're getting that income from them, you also have to state to them that you're getting that income from them, okay? So, yeah, that's that with the housing. And you need to, basically, they pay you 70, you got to cover your 30. It says, what are some things to keep note if you are planning to go into the shelter? That's a good question. Just to keep in mind, I just say this a lot, like, don't expect them to help you. Like, don't expect them to help you, because I've been having a lot of people reach out to me about, like, they've been in the shelter for 2-3 years. The case manager, like, one girl said she had like mad case managers, and it's just like she's been in there for 2-3 years, and it's just like, bro, what? And it's just like, keep in mind, like, for these people not to help you, you know, just do your thing when it come down. Like, if you're working or whatever, meet with your case manager, meet with your housing specialist, because a lot of y'all, you know, you don't have to wait the 90 days anymore to get a housing voucher. So just make sure you give them everything that they need. Everything that they need. And meet with your case specialist. Not your case specialist, your case worker. If you don't like your case worker, you could always, you could always tell somebody, like, hey, I want to switch case managers because this case manager not doing what they supposed to do. You feel me? Be vocal. You know, not rude about it, but just be vocal about it. You know what I'm saying? She also said, this is the same girl. She had a whole lot of questions. So this is on my TikTok. So I'm just answering all the questions that she had asked me. She said, what was one thing that you could have done differently that would have potentially faster process? There's no such thing as a faster process, I feel like, because everything do take time. And especially when it comes down to the city, yeah, you're going to be waiting for a while. Because at the end of the day, when you submit your information to City FEPS, if they are not backlogged, what meaning by backlogged is, if you submit your paperwork, let's say February, and they're backlogged from, what, like December from people that put in their information in December. I don't know how it goes. I think I'm explaining it right though. Like, yeah, like basically like backlog. So if they're in December, fill it out, like just getting back to people from December, they're gonna take a little minute before they reach to February. You get what I mean? You just gotta be patient when it comes down to that. Like I said, that's why I always say, like, make sure you take that time. When you waiting to hear back from not section 8, from City Feps, just make sure, take the time at that time to be looking for apartments. Look on Street Easy, look for on Zillow Rentals, on, you know, just trying to find a place, or either Housing Connect, because do not depend on your housing specialist to find these apartments, because like, you gotta think of it, like, when you have a housing specialist and a case manager, you're not the only person that they're working with. You gotta keep that in mind also. So you gotta be ahead of the game, you know what I'm saying, before, like, you know, because you don't want to be waiting on them and then they not giving you what you expected, right? So why wait on them and just do it yourself? You feel me? So that's that on that with that. Like, when you waiting for to hear back from City Feps, take that time to look for apartments. She said you had mentioned in one of your videos that you had hunted for an apartment. Can you please explain the process before and after you found an apartment? Do they help you with the cost of the apartment? On the apartment, my housing specialist, she gave me one apartment to look at. I reached out to them. I never heard a response from them. And then that's where I was just looking for apartments. Even from, I think, after I posted my Christmas TikTok video that kind of low-key went viral when I spent my first Christmas in the shelter, I think from that point on, I was applying to Housing Connect apartments, because one of the old housing specialists stated to me, like, even though the apartment is a lot, the voucher was still covered for it. It doesn't matter. So apply to everything on Housing Connect, even though you don't qualify for it, because you want to get the system familiar with your name also, because you want to start getting picked for housing lotteries. Don't just get picked for apartments that you can afford. Yeah, you can apply for those that you can afford, but listen, the goal is to get an apartment. You feel me? So regardless if the rent is high or not, the voucher's still gonna cover for it, so it don't really matter. So yeah, and I only looked at 5 apartments before I had to make a decision on which apartment to go for. And unfortunately, I had to go with this one because first of all, it's Housing Connect, and 2, Housing Connect kind of moves fast. Not every Housing Connect situation is gonna be the same, but for me, it was kind of like a fast process. You feel me? So to the shelter, make sure you have all your documents and all your paperwork on standby. So when you meet with your case manager, your housing specialist, or when it's time for you to get this apartment, you already have everything on standby. You feel me? So question was, how does it feel to have your own again? I mean, it was not my own again. She's probably talking about like my own again because I was in the shelter by myself and now I'm here in my crib by myself. It definitely feels good. Like, you know, I'm just very like, it feels good. Like, I definitely feel like at peace, just very happy because, like, you know, I'm in my own crib. Like, I ain't gotta come back in a house at a certain time. I could come in at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when I feel like it. You feel me? So it feels very much good and very blessed and thankful to the Father up above. You feel me? Because without him, he would never have brought me to where I am today. You feel me? So I'm just very thankful and very blessed. Okay. Monty said, happy for you, babes. Thank you, Buki. Another question said, is at least 10 hours. Is it enough to submit for your inquiry for a voucher? Off the books job, it can be good. That does count as income, but you have to show more paperwork. What paperwork? I don't know. Probably like pay stubs or something. I don't know, because I'm just like concerned about the pay stubs part, because being that they give you cash, you feel me? I don't know. Depending on how much how you get paid, like if you get like Cashapp or PayPal or something, you can always go in your bank statements to always show like you have some type of income coming in. But you definitely have to show more paperwork. I just don't know like what type of paperwork, because I was thinking about doing that at first when I was working for my dad, but I wasn't making enough money to be able to do that. So that's why I just left my dad's job for a lot of y'all that don't know. I used to work for my dad for 6 years before I'm working now at Shake Shack now. So yeah, so that's why I just decided to leave, because I wasn't making enough. I feel like it's probably not enough, because you do have to meet like a monthly a monthly amount. I don't know what it is because it definitely changed since I was in the shelter, because it was $22.65 when I was in the shelter, but the voucher amount did go up. So that $22.65 went up. So it probably went up to maybe 27. Nah, 27 is too much. It probably went up to like 24 a month. 2,400 a month that you have to be, you know. Yeah, that's what was told to me. I don't know, I could be wrong, I don't know, but definitely yeah, that could definitely be it, maybe. But the question was, after your housing package gets sent out, how long until you receive the keys and your checks? So after when you submit your housing package and everything, that can take up to maybe 2 to 3 weeks, because like I said before, it can depend on city FEPs being backlogged. So when I did it, I think I applied for city FEPs. It's been probably like around February or March, because then it took like a full month, because I didn't hear back until like literally, I applied in March, I didn't hear back till April 26th. That's when I got accepted, because then that's when my portion was like 6 something. And then I had to get rebudgeted, which was, I was mad because I was like, yo, my portion was 6 something. It wasn't too bad. But when I had to resubmit all my information again, my portion went up $100. So it went up to like $724, which it wasn't bad. It wasn't really bad, but it can take a month or two. It depends. And then the next and last question, y'all. She says, this is a different person. The last 3 questions was totally different people. But she said, the apartment you have now, you got through the shelter, or did the voucher at least help? To answer that question, I did not get this apartment through the shelter. I feel like the shelter did help, like, you know, because when you put in the information on Housing Connect, I think there's a question that asks you if you're in the shelter. You could put yeah. But they definitely, Housing Connect, they definitely choose people. When you are in the shelter, they're supposed to. They're not supposed to deny you because you are in the shelter, or if you have a voucher. That's one thing that I love Housing Connect about, but, you know. But to each his own, because, you know, you just never know. Because I ran into some places that don't accept vouchers, and they just, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the shelter things, the section, it did help. The voucher also did help also because my rent is $3,100. Like, if we being realistic here, and the job that I work at is just not making enough. So yeah. Voucher, and then also me being in the shelter, I feel like it did help, because Buki, when I tell you, before I went into the shelter without the voucher, just for me looking for an apartment by myself, I mean, when I was staying with my when I was staying with who I was staying with, my dad had a Section 8 voucher. And what I was trying to do was, I was trying to actually take his Section 8 voucher, which somebody from Section 8 was actually saying that I could. I was trying to take his Section 8 so I could be able to, you know, find an apartment, because Section 8 is forever versus the City Fest voucher is only 5 years. So I was just like, you know what, let me just see if I could be able to, you know, I wasn't working at the time, so I was still trying to figure out how the fuck I was going to pull it into the income. But anyway, that's not the point. Yeah, so with the Section 8 voucher, a lot of people wasn't in the Section 8 voucher. So it was just like very frustrating at that time. So yeah, so I feel like the voucher and the shelter definitely did help to a certain extent. So that's why I very, very much said, like, listen, like, use the shelter as a tool. You feel me? Like, don't look at it, like, when I went in there, I never looked at it as a bad thing. Of course, you hear a lot of stories of it being bad, it being nasty and whatever and all that. Yeah, it's gonna be nasty, but look at it as, like, you know, use it as a tool, because look at it as like, listen, I gotta go through this process, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna get my crib. So if you do what you gotta do and do it the correct way, you feel me, you're gonna get your crib. So period. But now this kind of concludes my life update, just like, and my life update and the shelter questions that I recently got asked that I just answered. So yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys give me a big fat thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys think, you guys. And I miss y'all so much, y'all. I'm definitely going to get back on filming because I miss y'all a lot. But yeah, I do have a re-ramp of the crib coming soon. I'm gonna edit this video first, and it's probably gonna be after this one. But yeah, if you guys like the video, make sure you guys give me a big fat thumbs up. Comment down below. If y'all like this video, y'all enjoy it, y'all miss me, you feel me, subscribe, you guys, because we are on the road to 6K. So make sure you guys just subscribe up for me, you guys, because period. And I gotta do a giveaway, you guys. It's been long overdue, but yeah, y'all, make sure you guys subscribe and turn that notification bell so you guys can be notified every time when I drop a video. Okay, period. I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.